Hey everybody, welcome back. My name's Si if you're new, and today I'm going to be repairing this corked acoustic guitar Fishman pickup. There's a problem with the button. The tuner doesn't activate and there's no sound out of the amp. I've already destrung, so I'll get on with that, and yeah, if you've got a problem with yours, maybe this will help you out. Okay guys, so to take this thing apart, 4 screws here. Okay, that will release the whole unit. Now there's some plastic deals behind here that your screws go into. If they fall out, you've got to glue those back. Mine fell out, so then you got this little deal. Just push this tab in here. So you get to that point there, you've got your carriage. You can't really get a lot more action on it. You just peel back these corners of this here, and you've got some screws under here. If you do it nicely enough, gently enough, you're not gonna damage that too much. I mean, to be fair, they could have just had the holes in the label, but you know, you're not meant to take these apart. I guess they want you to buy a new one. Take these buttons off, they pop off fairly easy. You will not defeat me. We need to get in here, we need to push this. Maybe it's the screws holding me here somewhere. Okay, so you got that then. Also, you'll get the LED light deal. That will fall out. Don't worry about that. I'll show you how to put that back in. And we come over here, and this is basically where I'm at. You've got this button here. If it will focus on that. That's the blue cap to the button. I've taken this apart now. So you push down. There's a tiny little arm that goes from one side for on and in the middle for off. This is as far as I've got at the minute. I mean, I've got some special glasses. They're 10 times zoom. I've got some small metal pieces that go on the side of this button here. I mean, it is tiny. My eyes aren't the best anyway. I wear glasses normally for this thing, but I need a little bit more, so I thought I'd just show you the progress here. This goes underneath that board. It clips in, it activates, you know, the 2 boards together through this little 3-pin or 6-pin really plug in, and then you press that down and you get the lights. You get the main red light. Okay, I put that little switch back together, and using a little spiky thing, a little tiny pair of needle nose, and my 10 times zoom glasses. I tell you, you wouldn't be able to do it without those. It is micro, you know, there's a tiny spring, and there's a little metal bar that stops the button coming up too far, and 2 mini sliding metal rails, and yeah, it's a mission. Anyway, I've got it back together. Maybe just the fact of taking it apart, putting them back together, will hopefully make that work. Okay guys, these are my specs. Look, 10 times zoom. Missing a nose piece, so it's a bit painful, but I'll put some tape around there, I think. But that basically you can see right down. Let's get over there. I mean, you can it just zooms right in on everything. Boom. So there you go. Okay guys, so I slipped the motherboard back on with the 3, there's like a little 3-pin, it's not focusing very well, but anyway, there's a little switch there. I'm holding the battery in for now, and that's sort of working. If I hit the hit the E string. I'm getting that going on. So I'll put her back together, and hopefully that'll solve that problem. There's just a 3-pin plug to plug the two boards in together. Don't forget your little button. Extension. Now it's best to hold this up straight. Got your plastic, black plastic deal. That goes over your LEDs here. That just stops light escaping. Then you've got the flat end of that. Goes over that. Believe me, I played around with it. And that's the way it goes. Okay guys, so that problem's fixed. Turn it on, get the light flashing here. The tuner's working. Okay, tuner's working. I've plugged it in and I'm getting no sound out of the amp. So I'm going to look into that little problem now. Hopefully get that working. Okay, so I took the jack out the back of the this quart acoustic here, and look at that. That has been turned in there and wrapped itself, you know, round. Never going to work. That'll be your problem there, mate. You know what I mean? That'll be your problem. Okay, I've kind of got that straightened out now, and resolder. Okay, it's hard to see, but I've got my the bare wire here is the ground, and it goes on this back one, which is a nightmare to get to. Okay, little pair of snips to hold the wire with here. Don't blow on your solder, guys. That will make it a dry joint. You don't want that. Okay, guys, I've got sound out of the Roland there. Boom. So cool. I ripped off the holder that holds the cable because it was touching the ground lug. Don't mind the soldering, guys, it was a bit rough, but the thing was, this thing is like been used and abused. So anyway, it's working. The live wire on the small plug, normally where you've got the clamp for the wire here behind, is where the bare wire goes, which is your ground, and then you got your neutral wire, the white wire, which is on the taller of the 3 lugs. But anyway, you'll find that on Google that, and they come up with a little design, a little diagram. So there we go, I've got sound, I'm happy with that. Hitting the tuner works. Okay guys, so I got it working. It's not perfect, I've got to be honest. I've got a sound. I think there's a problem with the volume. I mean, the cables are rattling around in the back. The battery's been in it, and who knows whether there's been a false connection somewhere along the line. And if I touch the volume, you know, it comes in and out. Could be the jack plug again. It could be the inside the jack plug could be faulty. Okay, I've got a sound. I've oiled the fretboard, I've cleaned the frets, polished the frets, cleaned it generally, changed the action slightly. The neck was back bowed, now it's got a bit of a bow, maybe a little bit too much. I'll go back, do a little final setup, and there we go, guys. Fishman repair. Again, how long it will last, who knows? It's kind of whoever touched this before. They turned the jack, you know, the jack plug was all turned up round itself, the cables were touching, the batteries in it, the guy put a new battery in, he said, so maybe you know, having some contact with the bad wires has done something to the motherboard, one of the boards in there, and now the volume, you know, you just put it on a little bit, you get the light and you get a sound, and that, I'll call that working. So I'll tell the guy if he wants to invest in a new one, I'll fit it for him, no problem. Or we can start with the jack plug at the end. Maybe try that first as a cheaper option. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy this. Hope you get some joy with your Fishman if you've got a problem with it. And you know, I'm here to help. So hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.